ready?
Yep.
Okay.
We on?
Yep.
Okay. Thanks for coming and watching the video again. I want to give you all an update on where we've been, what we've been doing here on the blueberry farm. Last time I showed you a video, we were planting all these plants here, and that was about 4 months ago, and 4 or 5 months ago, and they're doing quite nicely. I'm very happy with the way they turned out. Um, you can see they're pushing on a little bit of growth here, and I'm happy because blueberries, they flower on their second year's growth. So this will grow out probably about 8 inches or so this year, and then it'll set flower buds this fall. So next year we should have some fruit. I went through and snipped off all the flower buds this year. The first year we put them in, they don't have much in the way of roots established in the ground. So I didn't want them fruiting. I didn't want them putting all that energy into fruit. They're still quite small. We bought these plants in 2022. It's 2025 now. They're about 3-year-old plants. So they're still a little young to be bearing fruit. And we put a lot of sawdust down. We brought in close to 100 yards of sawdust and incorporated it into these berms. And we put a lot of sulfur down. We used Tiger sulfur. It's an OMRI certified sulfur. And we put several 100 pounds of sulfur down here, which is not enough. We should have put a lot more. Our pH is still hovering around 6, and we want to bring it down to about 5. You can see we have a drip irrigation system in here. We put this drip tube in here, and we can show every row has its own drip line coming down it. These drip lines, about 160 feet long, they only drip about 1.5 gallons a minute per row. We've got 14 rows. See, we're limited in the amount of water that we have because we're coming off a garden hose. So we really only have about less than 20 gallons a minute to work with. I'll just turn them all on a hot day. I'll turn them all on and I'll let them run for a day or two. And then you look at the rows and they're all nice and moist. We do have, this was about an acre that we planted, and we're prepping another acre over there. We've got blue crop and Jersey in here. We're putting Duke in on the far side over there. So between the blueberry plants, we bought the blueberry plants when they were quite small. They were only about $2 a piece. They were 2-inch cells. We spent a couple $1,000s on blueberry plants. We spent several $1,000s on sawdust. Probably not $1,000 on sulfur. To start a 1-acre blueberry field, we wound up spending around between $6,000 and $8,000 to do a 1-acre blueberry farm. So that's how it is for this year. I'll let you know when we get started on the 2nd acre and how things are coming next year. We have a YouTube channel. If you want to follow our progress on how to build a blueberry farm, you can join us on YouTube at Rooted Northwest Berry Farm. Thanks a lot. I hope you like this. I hope you go on YouTube and say that you liked it. Thanks a lot.